As you all know, Barcelona 5-3 defeat at home against Villarreal. This led to an urgent meeting among club executives, including President Joan Laporta. They discussed Xavi's position as manager, and Laporta expressed confidence in him and decided to keep him. However, Xavi decided to step down from the manager, but there is another problem. Barcelona's financial situation made it difficult to find a replacement. When Laporta spoke to him, he was surprised by Xavi's well-considered decision. Xavi expressed his wish to step down at the end of the season, which Laporta accepted to allow time for planning. So in this video, we are going to find out, what is the inside story of Xavi in Barca? Why does Joan Laporta trust him? And who will be after Xavi? So before going into the video, subscribe this channel, so it will make me motivated. The inside story of Xavi in Barca? Xavi had previously mentioned leaving if he became a problem for the club. The reasons behind his decision were not specified. Xavi made the decision to leave Barcelona in order to reduce the tension and uncertainty that would arise from media polls, questioning whether President Laporta should dismiss him. He believed that the club needed a change, and wanted to leave at the end of the season, without the added pressure. Additionally, sources close to Xavi revealed that he was fed up with the toxicity of the Barcelona environment, which not only affected his own mood, but also had consequences for his family. Despite his deep knowledge and long history with the club, Xavi struggled with the unique demands and pressures of Barcelona environment. He closely followed media coverage and press articles about himself, which only added to the pressure. Those who worked with him attributed his downfall to the merciless Barcelona environment. Within this environment, Xavi felt mistreated and progressively isolated within the club. Not only he faced constant attacks in the media, but he also encountered criticism from Barcelona executives regarding the team's performances and alleged lack of intensity in training sessions under his staff's guidance. However, there have been problems with the team's harmony, with players unhappy about their positions and the choices made by Xavi. For example, Koundé wanted to play in defense instead of as a right back. Lewandowski's relationship with Xavi has also changed, and he has not been performing well. Some players still support Xavi, but he himself doesn't think he can improve the situation. This season, Xavi's have dropped points against Getafe, Mallorca, Granada, Rayo Vallecano, Valencia, and Villarreal. They slipped to fourth in the Liga. His last two-year Champions League game, and recently Super Spanish Cup performance have confirmed his departure. Why does Joan Laporta trust him? Xavi took over Barcelona when the team was in a very bad situation. The club had serious money problems and had to let go of Lionel Messi because they couldn't afford him. The team was also doing very poorly at the beginning of the season, winning only 4 out of 12 games in the La Liga, under their previous coaches Koeman and Sergi Barjuan. Almost 2 years on, Xavi's impact has been transformational. In 2022, Xavi received significant financial backing in the transfer market. However, none of the signings made during that period, including Ferran Torres, Andreas Christensen, Robert Lewandowski, Rafinha, and Jules Koundé, have proven to be successful deals thus far. In contrast, emerging talents from the MrMAiLA Academy outperformed these new signings and became prominent attacking threats for the club. But the new signings João Felix, João Cancelo, and Gundogan also impressed. Criticism has arisen regarding Xavi's tactical abilities and lack of top-level coaching experience prior to his appointment at Barcelona. Some coaching staff sources have expressed doubts about his ability to demonstrate the necessary tactical level expected of a top-level coach, particularly considering his only previous managerial experience in Qatar. Despite these challenges, Xavi has shown trust in the young players from MrMAiLA, providing them with opportunities to play for the first team. Names like Fermin Lopez, Yamal, Cubarsí, and Hector Fort are now being recognized as capable of playing for Barcelona in coming year. Under different managers, these talents might have struggled to find a pathway to the first team. Ultimately, Xavi himself does not believe he can turn the situation around, indicating a recognition of the difficulties he faces as the manager of Barcelona. The summer of 2022 marked an important change for Barcelona. Club president Joan Laporta made some strategic financial moves by selling future revenue streams for upfront payments at a discounted rate. This allowed the club to improve its team. Players like Robert Lewandowski, Rafinha, Jules Koundé, and Andreas Christensen joined the club during that summer transfer window. Their contributions were instrumental in helping Barcelona win the league title. Who could be the next manager? Well, this is my assumption, yours may be different. Barcelona is currently facing financial pressures. Roberto De Zerbi, the manager of Brighton, has been mentioned as a potential replacement for both Klopp at Liverpool and Xavi at Barcelona. His tactical versatility and success in leading Brighton to a 6th-place finish last season make him a likely candidate for the Barcelona job. Antonio Conte, a free agent, has been linked to the Barcelona job, but his previous successes at clubs like Juventus, Inter Milan, and Chelsea have been accompanied by financial backing, which may not align well with Barcelona's current situation. Luis Enrique, currently the manager of PSG, had a successful stint as Barcelona manager between 2014 to 17, winning the Champions League and multiple domestic titles. But he signed a 2-year contract in July 2023. Marcelo Gallardo, the former River Plate manager, is highly regarded and was expected to move to a big European club. He recently became the manager of IThe but could see a move to Barcelona as a significant opportunity. Rafael Marquez, a former Barcelona player and manager of Barcelona B, has a deep understanding of the club and has developed many of the current first-team players. However, his lack of top-level managerial experience may be seen as a risk. Michel, the manager of Girona, has been successful in leading the team to promotion and to the top of the table in their first season back in La Liga. His achievements make him an intriguing candidate for the Barcelona job. Jose Mourinho, recently sacked by Roma, has a history with Real Madrid that may work against him. However, his track record as a manager and his previous stint at Barcelona as an assistant coach makes him a notable contender. Thiago Motta, the former Barcelona midfielder, has impressed as a manager with Bologna in Serie A. Despite his lack of extensive managerial experience, his team's performance in the league could make him an interesting candidate. The board is considering a new manager, a German coach, but there are concerns about language barriers. Xavi's sacrifice aims to relieve pressure on the players and protect his legacy. This situation pushes the board to address problems within the club and decide on the future leadership. So guys, that's for today. What do you think about Xavi's inside story, his impact on the team, and who should be the manager of Barca? Comment down below. If you like this video, you can also like this video about Ancelotti, how Madrid became top in the league, despite injury. If you like this video, share it with your friend circle. Thank you guys, I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care.